There are places in the world where the sky touches the earth in silence, and I find you there, in the quiet corners of thought where your name speaks louder than sound. You've become my stillness in the chaos, my breath when I forget to inhale. I didn't know love could arrive so gently, like dawn sneaking through curtains, light bleeding slowly into dark. You didn't crash into me like a storm. You arrived with kindness tucked into your voice, steadiness stitched into your hands. You never asked to be my safe space, but you are. You became the pause between battles, the laughter tucked between heavy sighs. With you, even the worst days end softer. I didn't plan to give you this heart, but it knew where it wanted to live. It curled around your presence like roots to soil. No hesitation, only instinct. You are home in the most sacred way, not a place, but a feeling. You have that rare ability to hold me without arms, calm me without words, and love me without conditions. And every time I stumble, your heart becomes the soft place where I land. Every time. You remind me that love is not always loud. Sometimes it is the whisper that tells you to stay when everything else begs you to run. It's the quiet check-ins, the sleepy good nights, the laughter over nothing, the warmth of a hand resting in yours like it always belonged there. You are the echo in my emptiness, filling all the spaces I thought would stay hollow. I used to think I needed to be fixed before I could be loved, but you never asked me to be whole. You just asked me to be real, and somehow that became enough. With you, I'm not performing, I'm not adjusting my volume or smoothing out the cracks. I'm just me, unfiltered, messy, occasionally guarded, and yet always received. You look at me like I'm a poem you never want to finish reading, and for that alone, I will always be grateful. I never believed love could be so simple, so sure, so quietly fierce. But you prove it with every glance, every touch, every way you show up even when life begs you not to. You are proof that love doesn't need to shout. It just needs to stay. There are days when the world feels too heavy, when my thoughts spiral louder than I can manage. But then there's your voice, low, calm, familiar. It steadies me in a way nothing else can. You speak, and I find my rhythm again. I could spend lifetimes memorizing your patterns. How your brow furrows when you're thinking. How your eyes light up when you laugh. How your fingers absent-mindedly reach for mine in crowded rooms, like an outdoor draw. They're drawn by gravity. And maybe they are. Maybe love is just gravity with softer hands. Whatever it is, it's you. It's always you. You've carved your name into my stillness, your laugh into my silence. And when everything feels like too much, you're never too far. You don't save me, but you anchor me. That's even better. You remind me that I can ride the storm because you'll be there on the shore, arms wide, heart open, ready to welcome me back. You don't need to fix my sadness. You just sit with me in it. And sometimes that's more healing than any cure. I used to search for grand gestures, believing love had to be fireworks and fever dreams. But with you, I've found something far more rare, consistency. The kind of love that doesn't fade when the spark dims. The kind that stays after the music ends. You're the warmth in the silence, the hand on my back when I face away, the strength behind my most fragile moments. Loving you feels like standing barefoot in grass, uncomplicated, grounding, real. There's no performance here, no pedestal, no perfection, just us. And that's more than enough. In your presence, I've come to understand that love doesn't always look like a fairy tale. It looks like staying. It looks like making space, like listening, like choosing someone, even on the days when it's hard. And every single day I choose you, not because I have to, but because everything in me wants to. And if I could rewrite every chapter of my life before you, I wouldn't. Because they all led to you, and I'd walk every road again, just to find you waiting at the end. Sometimes I think about the first time I saw you, how unaware we were of the storm we were about to become. Not the kind that destroys, but the kind that transforms landscapes. You didn't just walk into my life, you changed its shape. You rearranged my fears, softened my edges, made space for me in places I didn't even know I had room. And maybe that's what love does. Maybe it doesn't heal everything all at once, but it creates the conditions where healing is possible. You are possibility in human form. With you, I don't have to be fearless. I just have to be willing. And somehow that's enough. There's comfort in your presence that I've never known before. You hold my vulnerabilities like they're sacred, not shameful. And in return, I hold your quiet, your worry, your hope. We trade secrets like currency, like prayer, like promises. There's a reverence to the way we love, soft but powerful. And in this world full of noise and rush and doubt, loving you feels like silence with purpose, stillness with meaning. You are my soft place to fall again and again. Your love doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for honesty, for effort, for being present, even when it's uncomfortable. You never turn away when I break. You sit with the pieces until I'm ready to rebuild. That's rare. And I hope you know how deeply I treasure it. You love like water, fluid, strong, life-giving. Sometimes a river, sometimes a storm, always what I need. I never have to question your intention. You show me in the little things, the texts, just to check in, the way you remember the things I forget about myself, the softness in your touch after a long day. It's those small consistencies that remind me this is real, that you're real. I don't need to be anyone else when I'm with you. I don't need to be better, brighter, easier. I just need to be. And that's the most generous kind of love I've ever known. You are the gentle reminder that love isn't about filling someone's empty. It's about walking beside them while they learn to fill it themselves. And when I fall, you don't catch me. You land with me. Every time.